Let's talk now to Claudio Galimberti, the Chief Economist and Global Director of Market Analysis at Rystad Energy. Claudio, welcome. Good to see you. Oil prices soaring off the back of the anticipated Strait of Hormuz blockade. How badly have the markets been rattled since the virtual collapse of US-Iran talks?
Thank you very much for inviting me back. They have reacted in a quite expected way. So we had a jump close to 10% as soon as it was clear that there wouldn't be an agreement. But I have to say that if we just look at the financial markets, so Brent, the paper value of Brent, that is still at around 105, 110 dollars per barrel, while if we look at the physical barrels, so the barrels that are delivered, those are at a much higher valuation, something like 150. I do believe that the physical barrels are more representative of the situation on the ground, which is pretty much the gravest supply crisis we have seen.
And as hope fades for a quick diplomatic resolution of this crisis, are we looking at a prolonged energy shock?
At this point, the answer is unfortunately yes. The damage in the system is there. So we have lost, since the beginning of the war, 400 billion barrels of production. Now, the good thing is that we had quite high buffers going into this crisis, and therefore we only right now begin to see the effect of that. Currently in some Southeast Asia country, like for instance Thailand and the Philippines. But before long we will begin to see the effects on other important regions, all important regions like Europe. So we are only a few weeks away from a full-fledged supply shortage, which would be extremely detrimental.
And for those of us who are not experts like you, I mean, what does that mean in real terms? I mean, how extensive are the oil reserves of crude's largest consumer countries? I mean, how many days, weeks, months?
It depends critically on the products we are talking about. So, for instance, jet fuel, aviation, those for some airports in Europe, we are already very low. So some reserve can be released, but you can expect some localized shortages. When it comes to systemic shortages, Europe is still far away. We're talking about months. But when it comes to jet fuel, it's more a matter of weeks. For Southeast Asian countries, we have already seen the impact of that in government decided to rationing some of the fuels or adopting policies that we last saw during the pandemic for the opposite reason, right? So we didn't want people to go around. Other parts of the world, like the United States, are more insulated. But even the United States, when it comes, for instance, to California, which is the most popular state in the United States, California imports a lot of fuels from Asia. Therefore, even California at some point will face the threat of a big shortage. So it's the largest, as I said earlier. This is by far the largest crisis we have seen. It beats the 1970s by a factor of 2. Now, the only thing that we need to look at right now is the duration of the crisis. Of course, back in the 70s, those crises lasted for years. We are only right now day 44, but the longer it lasts, the more damage it will generate. And as I said earlier, we have lost 400 billion barrels of production, which is an astonishingly high amount.
Claudio, good to talk to you. Thanks so much for coming on the programme again. Claudio Galimberti, the Chief Economist and Global Director of Market Analysis at Rystad Energy.